This is Mark Bell from SuperTraining.tv, Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West. I have a huge announcement to make, as well as answering more questions today for the Power Project. We got a question today from Andrew Leshin off of Facebook. He has a question about CarbNite, and he's about to do his CarbNite this Wednesday. He wants to kind of know how to go about doing that. Now, first of all, we need to dissect a couple of things that he said in his reply, or in his question, I should say. So he says he weighs 270. He says he's about 22% body fat, which means he's 25% body fat. Probably also means that he weighs 275. Everybody's a liar. Says he's 6'2", means he's 6 feet tall if he's lucky. Let's just be honest here. So let's see what we can do here for him. He wants to kind of know how to do his CarbNite properly. And he wants to get down to the 242-pound weight class. You said something in the question that struck me a little bit, that caught me a little bit. You said you want to get down to 260. And you think that would be a good range to drop to the 242-pound weight class. That, my friend, will not be possible. That is only possible by the best of the best, cream of the crop, and you, more than likely, are not it. No offense. But, save that for, that's for Matt Krokletsky, Sean Frankel. Some of those guys can do those extreme cuts. They've done it before. They also put up huge numbers before they ever decided to make those cuts. So worry more about the weight that you lift on the platform more so than your actual body weight. First, accomplish something first, hit some big numbers first, and then think about dropping weight like that. Also, if you want to make the 242-pound weight class, if you want to force it, I would like to see you lose weight progressively, lose weight over a period of time, and make a smaller drop. So get yourself down, get your fat little body down to about 250 to 252 pounds. Be in a good, easy range of 242 pounds, so that way on game day you have no excuses on why you fell flat on your face, so to speak. Okay, so you have a CarbNite on Wednesday. Let's talk about how we can attack this a little bit. You gave some recommendations on what you were thinking about doing. I would suggest this. If this is week 1 of CarbNite, let's instill some really good discipline. And let's not have any junk until your very last meal. So let's do this. Let's also backload it a little bit. Remember, in carbohydrate backloading, it's usually done after weight training. So if possible, weight train and wait till about 5 or 6 p.m. and start your CarbNite. From there, eat a kind of normalish dinner with a potato, maybe some rice, extra rice, maybe a little bit more sides are involved in your, nice breaks, maybe some a little bit more sides are involved with your entree than normal, but don't go overboard, don't hit up dessert quite yet. After that, maybe wait about 2 hours, now it's like 7, 8, maybe 9 o'clock at night, hit up some more carbs, kind of whatever complex carbohydrates you want to hit, right there would be good. And then after that, go ahead and eat a couple candy bars or some ice cream or something. Try to only limit it to like 1 or 2 things, though. Try not to make it a whole big, gigantic event when you hit up those sweets. Okay? Let's try to instill some discipline. Let's try to turn over a new leaf. Try to show everyone and yourself that you don't have to live the rest of your life as a fat ass. What does the Ultimate Warrior say? Do you guys ever hear that quote that he says? You need to stop engaging in activities that make you look like an idiot and turn you into a fat ass. Isn't that a great quote? Anyway, so hopefully that's helpful to you. That's what I did on my first few CarbNites. Now it's a little bit more like anything goes. I've noticed some things. Alcohol packs on weight like no other. So alcohol is not a great diet plan. It shouldn't be a part of any diet plan whatsoever. I like to have a little bit of wine here and there. Not really a big drinker, but even a little bit of wine or any sort of alcohol seems to just put on a ton of weight on my body. For you, for your CarbNite, let's Let's try not to have an increase of more than 4 or 5 pounds rather than the typical 6 or 8 pounds that you sometimes see. Sometimes all the way up to even like 10. I've also noticed that bread will slap on a lot of weight as well. So, pick your poison. Pick some things that you feel that are going to digest fairly easy, things that will go down the old pipes fairly easy. You don't want to have to buy a new plunger because you're on CarbNite. Okay, I think that about hits it. If you're not doing any cardio training, you should engage in that the next day. So after your CarbNite feeding the next morning, hit up some fasted cardio and do some sprinting type work. So go 30 seconds on, about 2 minutes off, 30 seconds on, about 2 minutes off. Do about 6 or 8 rounds of that. That should help burn up those sugars, and that should help launch you back into ketosis. Now for our announcement. This contest that we have, November 3rd, is becoming quite out of hand, especially considering that it's a backyard meet run by the less than credible Mark Bell himself. The meet November 3rd at Super Training keeps getting better each and every day without me even trying. There's no cash prizes here at this event. It's just going to be a kick-ass event, and everybody knows it, and they want to come to the strongest gym in the West, and they want to come see Super Training with their own 2 eyes. So in addition to Stan the Rhino Efferding, and the Lillibridge contingent, Eric Lillibridge, Ernie Lillibridge, and I believe Ernie Lillibridge Sr. I apologize if I am getting your names mixed up or wrong. I'm sure you guys get it all the time. Anyway, this is a badass family, man. These guys can really get down and dirty and hit some crazy training. Nearly every single one of them benches over 500 raw. They all deadlift 777 or more. Eric has hit an 850-pound deadlift in the gym in just a belt. Pops, the old man, you'd think he'd be washed up, right? That ain't the case at all. I saw that guy hit an 810-pound raw squat. Unbelievable. So look for these guys to do some crazy damage in the meet. I believe Senior is doing just the deadlift portion of the meet. The other 2 are doing the full meet. In addition to that, we have Chris Hickson coming out. Hopefully I'm getting his name correct. He has successfully deadlifted over 800 pounds in competition, I believe, or at least in the gym. I've seen it in the gym. I know I've seen a video of that. We also have George Lehman. If you're unaware of his YouTube page, make sure you check it out. This guy. This guy's a little bit out of his mind, and I love it. He's been training hard since he was a kid, since he was probably about 14 or so, a lot like myself. And now he's about 21, and he's really just killing some big numbers. Very, very impressed with a lot of things he had to say in his videos. He has a video up of his progression as a kid from 185 pounds up to 400 pounds, back down to like about 235 and jacked and tan. Let's see, who else we got? We got myself. I'm just going to be deadlifting in the meet. I'll be wearing gear. I'll try to cheat as much as I can and try to hang with these guys. Probably won't happen anyway. But it'll be my first meet at 242 since about 2005, maybe. Whatever the year that was. Jesse Burdick will be competing. He's successfully deadlifted over 800 pounds in a meet. George Lehman, by the way, if I didn't mention, 835 for a triple, done with straps. But who cares? He's going to do a lot of damage in this meet as well, if he's able to make it out. All these guys are kind of like, some of these guys are on the bubble. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't want to overpromise anything. These guys are telling me that they're going to come. Stan knows George Lehman, and he has told me that they're trying to make arrangements for him to get out here. Also slated to be on the card, Eric Spoto. I stand corrected, Spoto. The man himself told me his name is Spoto, so I need to make sure I get that right, because this guy's about to launch an all-out assault and all-out attack on the all-time bench record. So look out for him to hit a 730, 750, who knows. but I think he's going over 7:15 November 3rd at Super Training at the greatest backyard meet in the history of powerlifting. Also slated to be there. Here's our spatial announcement. Brandon Lilly is coming. Brandon Lilly says that he wants to make sure that he finished dead. He wants to make sure he puts in his best effort and that he finishes dead last. And I think if I wasn't competing, he would have a good shot for dead last, but I think I got dead last covered pretty well. Stan the Rhino Efferding is probably going to go over 2,300 pounds. Young Eric Lillibridge is full of piss and vinegar, full of strength. I mean, this kid is unbelievable. Would not surprise me to see him up near the 2,300 pound range or mid 22. So there's going to be some crazy, crazy stuff going on at this meet that has never happened at any other meet in the last probably 20 years. There could very well be 8 or 9 guys deadlifting upwards of 800 pounds. I don't really recall seeing that anywhere. Maybe it has happened somewhere, but if it has, it's very rare. It's very few and far between. No disrespect to some of the other meets out there that have had that happen if I'm unaware of them. But I've been to some big meets myself and never seen it before. Only seen like 2 or 3 guys pull over 800 pounds in competition at one given time. And that is it from supertraining.tv. Later.